This conference will now be recorded.
I'm sharing my screen. Okay, yesterday we have mapped related to general ledger. So let me recap what we did it. First thing is like we have created address setup. In that address setup, we need to take care about country master, because don't create country master and don't map wrong country in the organization whenever you are creating. Okay, next you need to create legal entity. In that language also it is must, you need to map it. Next you need to map number sequences. So this number sequences you can create from even from organization administration number sequences, or you can do from any module parameters you can do it. Next one is fiscal calendars you need to create. So it is available already by default, you are going to use it, otherwise you can create your own fiscal calendar. Chart of accounts you need to create. Financial dimensions you need to create. So chart of accounts, in real time scenario we will use DMF, data management framework. Okay, and then financial dimensions we can create. While creating financial dimensions, maintenance mode maintenance mode is required. It is simple one. Next, currencies is available by default, you need not to create any currencies, it will be available. And exchange rate types, you need to create exchange rate types, and then you need to create accounting structures. Once everything is ready, then you are mapping ledger form. In this ledger form, chart of accounts, accounting currency, reporting currency cannot be modified after posting a transaction. So you need to be very much conscious. One is country mapping in the legal entity, and chart of accounts, accounting currency, and reporting currency. While mapping this one, you need to be very much alert. Next, parameters. In these parameters, rounding differences you need to map, and then batch transfer rules also you need to map. Next, accounts for automatic transactions you need to map. So till now, this is related to general ledger. Minimum setups we have mapped. Next, yesterday we are creating vendor groups and vendors. We have created vendor groups and vendors. So let me go back to the application. Now, once vendor group and vendor is created, then you need to create vendor posting profiles. Accounts payable module, setup vendor posting profiles. We have discussed this vendor posting profiles. I remember. Do you remember this one? Any doubt in this? Vendor posting profiles also have discussed. Let me show you. So I'm creating a vendor posting profile. Vendor posting profile. Here click on add. Usually the best practice is group level. We have discussed already. Remember? Any doubt here? Always the best practice, I told you, group level postings. So another group, international vendors. Next, All also we need to map. So table that is based on your requirement, you can map. Any specific vendor, I want to see the balances in the system, then we can map a specific vendor. Suppose I'm mapping for others like this, others. So right click, duplicate. So I will show you this trial balance, how it is updating. Once it is, I posted any transaction, general ledger, inquiries and reports, trial balance. So as of now, it is 0, nothing will be there. It will be blank because we have not posted any transaction till now. We are configuring. Okay. Once it is posted any transaction, I will come back and I will show you here. So we have mapped vendor posting profile, and then this should be mapped to the parameters. In parameters like ledger and sales tax tab, posting profile is there. You need to map vendor posting profile. Vendor posting profile you need to map. Okay, so let me write down these steps. Once all vendors created, next step is accounts payable setup vendor posting profiles. Setup vendor posting profiles. Next, you need to map that posting profile in the parameters. So accounts payable parameters, ledger and sales tax tab, select the above vendor posting profile. Okay. Any doubt till now? Any questions to me? All these things we have learned already. Just I am recapping and restructuring. That's it. Okay. Next, if any doubts, please interrupt me at any point of time. Next, procurement and sourcing module, parameters. So this we have not discussed. The type, purchase type should be changed to purchase order. Okay, this I will discuss with the logistics people, but not in the finance. The types are, three types are there. One is journal, purchase order, written order. What is this? In detail, it will be discussed in logistics. Purchase order we know. Written order means we are giving back to the vendor. The material we are giving back to the vendor. And journal means if you don't want to post any transactions for a new employee, we can give the type journal. Okay, so there is some other functions like what is this journal? I will discuss in logistics. It will be impacted to the master planning. It will be impacted to the master planning. Okay, I will discuss this one later. Now we have changed the type. journal to purchase order. Let me write down this one. So this point, I know you are not sure about what is this, a journal, but we need to understand procurement and sourcing, parameters, general tab, general tab, the purchase type, change from journal to purchase order. Okay, the same setups you need to do for accounts receivable side also. We need to do it. So next step, this is accounts receivable, customer group. I think customers are the customer groups may not be in accounts receivable module here, but let me show you. Accounts receivable module, customers, customer groups are not here. It is available in the setup. Okay, setup. Small change. It is in the setup. Okay, we need to create customer groups. So I'm creating, suppose, Hyderabad customers. Next, Bangalore customer. Whatever it may be, this is, we cannot predict. This is customer data. Based on the customer data, you are going to create. Once customer groups are created, we need to create customer. So customers we need to create. That is in accounts receivable, customers, all customers we need to create. Click on new. Suppose Radha Enterprises, something I am creating. Customer group, you need to select customer group. Suppose Hyderabad customer. So while customer creation, here itself the zip code also available. You can map the zip code if it is created already. you can map the zip codes, because customer address is most important for us. Customer address is also most important. You can select the customer address. Okay, and apart from this one, anything like one is currency. If you want to change currency, you can change the currency, and methods of payment, methods like delivery terms. These things are not mandatory. We can map if you want phone number, extension, anything. Click save. Okay, customer is ready. Customer is available. Next, once the customer is created, then we need to create customer posting profile. Customer posting profile we need to define. So we know that one, accounts receivable, setup, customer posting profiles. Click new, create customer posting profile. So customer group wise mappings, we know this one already. Suppose Hyderabad customers, it is 1 3, accounts receivable, accounts. One more customer group, suppose Bangalore customers. Actually, here in the system we don't have Bangalore account. In real time scenario, it should be accounts receivable Bangalore, accounts receivable Hyderabad, like this, whatever it may be. For practicing purpose, I'm selecting someone, something like anything, but you need to map properly the ledger accounts. Suppose I'm mapping this account. Once it is mapped, you can do like in the parameters, accounts receivable parameters. Accounts receivable parameters. Same ledger and sales tax tab, and map the posting profile. Whatever you have created, that you need to map. So the same step. Here it is accounts receivable parameters. Accounts receivable parameters, ledger and sales tax tab. Select the customer posting profile. Next, accounts receivable setup, accounts receivable parameters. In accounts receivable parameters, you need to change from same general tab. This is sales tab. Sales type, you need to change the sales type from journal to sales order. Journal to sales order. Let me show you this one. same accounts receivable parameters, sales setup, sales defaults. Here the type is there from journal to order type, journal to sales order. Let me write down clearly. This is sales default values. Accounts receivable parameters, general tab, sales default values, fast tab, then it is not sales type, it is order type. Okay, look at this one. Accounts receivable parameters, general tab, sales default values, fast tab. This is fast tab. Sales default values, fast tab, order type, change the type, journal to sales order. This, what are these types we will discuss? We will discuss definitely in logistics. In logistics, we are going to discuss. Accounts receivable parameters, general ledger, general tab, sales default values, fast tab, order type, change from this one. Any doubt? Okay, I hope it is clear. So, AR side and AP side minimum requirements we have mapped. AR side, AP side minimum requirements we have mapped. Next, we need to map item related setups. Item related setups. So item related setup means if I want to create an item master, there are many fields it is mandatory. Now I want your unmute. Please, even though it is chorus, it is like a fish market, no issues. I want, what are the mandatory fields required to create an item master? I want chorus. It's like a fish market. People will speak like many people.
Item model group, item
Okay.
group,
One voice I'm listening. Actually, I'm expecting multiple voices.
unit,
Storage dimension group,
storage dimension group,
tracking
sales order,
dimension group, product dimension
product
group,
dimension,
purchase
purchase
Okay.
unit,
unit,
inventory entry unit, and sales unit,
Dimension group.
purchase
Yeah.
price, cost purchase unit,
cost,
Yeah.
inventory
Thank
unit.
you. Yeah. Thank you.
product master.
Yes. So product master is not mandatory. That is item master. Okay. Product master is not mandatory. Storage dimension group, tracking dimension group, product dimension group, item group, item model group, purchase unit, inventory unit, sales unit. Let me go to this item creation. We learned in the very first in logistics. If I want to create an item master, if you remember, storage dimension group, tracking dimension group, product dimension group, item group, item model group, purchase unit, inventory unit, sales unit. These 8 fields are mandatory if you want to create an item master. Okay, what is the storage dimension group, tracking dimension group, product dimension group? We have learned already. Now, before creating item master, you need to create all these things. Of course, sales price, purchase price, cost price is for understanding purpose. So we learned while doing charges, we understood like some extent about cost price, how it is posting. Okay, and category I have not explained. I will explain you in logistics. So this 8 mandatory fields within the box, it is mandatory. We need to map it. So let me create those things in the system. So product information management, collapse all, setup, dimensions and variant groups, storage dimension group. So it is already available. Look at this one, because this is enterprise level data. Enterprise level data means if it is created in one company, it will be available in all companies. In TCS, I have not created, but in USMF, DEMF, there are many companies. In that companies, it was created. So I can use the existing storage dimension group. Otherwise, if you have purchased a license, a fresh license from Microsoft, it will be blank. You need to create. You need to create and you need to choose whatever the combination you want. Always site and warehouse is mandatory. That is the best practices. And then if you are going to use advanced warehouse management, this is the setup. If you are going to use advanced warehouse management, you need to enable this checkbox. If you enable this checkbox, these all are mandatory. Okay, high level inputs I will give you for logistics people. I will give you high level inputs about this one later. Now most important is at least site and warehouse we need to create and we need to activate. Okay, so anyhow it is available, but in real time scenario we need to create that one. So product information management, product information management setup, product and variant groups, product and variant groups. In this, you need to create storage dimension group, tracking dimension group, and product dimension group. These all are inventory dimensions. These all are inventory dimensions. So if anyone is asking you the first question like, what are the dimensions available? If anyone is asking what are the dimensions available, don't give answer immediately. For that, your answer is whether are you asking about financial dimensions or inventory dimensions. So even though you are a finance consultant or you are a T&L consultant, they may ask about both, vice versa also. You should know a little bit at least. So if you are a T&L consultant, it is you know very much well about storage dimension group, tracking dimension group, product dimension group. We have learned a lot. If it is a financial dimensions, it is I have shown in this while creating here, I have shown financial dimensions. Okay, so if they are asking more questions related to financial dimensions, I know what is the financial dimensions, but I don't have much experience on financial dimensions, because if you are a logistics consultant, how it is impacting financial dimensions and what are the purpose, those things you cannot understand from T&L consultant. If you are learning only T&L, you cannot understand the benefits. So remember, what is the benefit of financial dimensions means reporting purpose. Periodically whenever I'm generating reports, I need to generate based on the dimensions. That is the main advantage. Okay, fine. So storage dimension group, tracking dimension group, product dimension group, all these things should be created. It is there. I'm sorry. Next, tracking dimension groups. So it is loaded, and then product dimension groups. Okay, based on requirement you are going to create. Fine. So dimension groups are created. Actually, in real time scenario, you need to create based on the client requirement. But here it is enterprise level data. That is the reason it is not asking to create dimension groups. Next, we need to create item group, item model group. So next, units. So if you look at this one is storage dimension group, tracking dimension group, product dimension group. Next, units, purchase unit, inventory unit, sales unit. So that is units. For units, we need to go to organization administration, setup, units, need to define. So let me go to this one, organization administration. collapse all, setup, units and units. This also it is not required because already created for other legal entities, it is available by default. If it is a fresh database, it will be blank. You can use this unit creation wizard. By clicking here, it will create whatever the way you want, you can do it. Create base metric units or conversion factors and something. Okay, so it is simple. Otherwise, you can click on new also, no issues. Either one you can click. So here there are so many units. So based on your industry, the units is important. Pieces or each is most important. That is, if you are doing business. Suppose if it is anything, if it is a manufacturing company, even degrees Celsius, Fahrenheit also required. Okay, once units is created, if you are a manufacturing consultant, you need to explore more about these conversions. You need to explore more about these conversions, units and unit conversions. Next one is unit conversions. For logistics consultant, it is not much. It is simple only. See here, standard conversions are there. What is this standard conversion means? 1 kg equal to 1000 grams. There is no change. Everywhere in the world, 1 kg equal to 1 kilogram equal to 1000 grams. 1 centimeter equal to 100 centimeters equal to 1 meter, or 1 meter equal to 100 centimeters. This is standard. So here, if it is a standard conversions, there is no item here. If it is intra-class conversions, then item is there. Look at this one. So here items are there. And then inter-class. Okay, here this is two different units. One piece equal to 1000 grams, 1000 kgs. Here one piece equal to 1 kg. Here one box equal to 55 lb. 1 kg equal to 4 gallons. So there is different kg something. So here this is interclass means different units. This unit and this unit there is no sync. Each is different and kg is different. Whereas here intra-class, it is same units. Boxes, pieces, pallets, it is same unit. Look at this one. Intra-class. Suppose Celsius and Fahrenheit, those two are related to heat. That is intra-class. Same units. One pallet equal to 100 each. Or one box equal to how many each? Or one pallet equal to how many boxes? Those kind of, this is same units. Similar kind of units. Same unit class. Whereas this one is any unit between any unit to any unit. Of course, it is most important for production consultant. For production consultant, you need to map many things. Fine. Any questions? So unit conversions for logistics consultant, it is not that much required, but for production consultant, it is most important. Fine, it is created. Next, item group and item model group. Item group and item model group we need to create. So that one is inventory management, setup, inventory breakdown, inventory, item group, and item model group. Let me show you this one where it is available. So inventory management, otherwise I will go here. Inventory management, collapse all, setup, inventory, item groups. So it is blank, we need to create item groups. Suppose I am creating chairs, some plastic chairs. Look at this one. Once it is created chairs, here there are postings. Okay, so we know, like, if it is a vendor posting, vendor invoice posting, what is debit and what is credit? Can anyone tell me? Unmute yourself and explain me. If it is a vendor invoice is posted, what is going to be debited, what is going to be credited? By this time you should learn that one. Can anyone unmute? Vendor invoice postings. So no one knows. Vendor invoice posting.
Expenses debit, vendor credit. Yes, no, sir, it's correct.
There is a network issue in between. I'm sorry. Yeah, tell me.
Expenses debit and vendor credit.
Expenses credit, expenses debit, vendor credit. Okay. So where is inventory?
Sir,
Inventory
Inventory.
debited.
Yeah. Can anyone? Yeah. Yes, please.
Inventory debited, vendor
Bank
credited.
credited.
Inventory debited.
After
Vendor
invoicing, bank will be credited.
No, I'm asking about vendor invoice postings.
Vendor invoice.
Yeah.
inventory debited, vendor credited.
Inventory account data to vendor account credit. That is the actual scenario. Okay. Inventory receipt account data to vendor account credit. Okay. So by this time you should learn. In the initial days, I have concentrated a lot. Vendor invoice posting, customer invoice posting. Even if you wake up at midnight at 12, 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, you need to remember we should not do mistake. Okay, fine. So here inventory account means cost of purchased material invoiced. Cost of purchased material invoiced account is inventory account. cost of purchase material account is inventory account, and vendor account we have mapped in the vendor posting profile, that is fine. And I told you one more ledger account will be posted. This is mandatory, you need to map it. This is purchase expenditure for product. So in this I'm mapping like this. So the related ledger accounts are mapped. Related ledger accounts are mapped. If it is at the time of product receipt, if you want postings, at the time of product receipt, if you want postings, then we need to map these accounts and we need to enable checkbox. Where I need to go and where I need to check enable checkbox. If I want at the time of product receipt ledger accounts,
Account payable parameter.
accounts payable parameters, accounts payable parameters, where I have to go,
Product receipt.
product receipt,
This should be yes.
post product receipt in ledger. If you enable this checkbox, then at the time of product receipt also temporary postings will be updated. Now, so I have enabled this checkbox. So if I have
Even in
enabled,
item
then
model group also we need to map this.
yes, that is by default it is available. We are not disturbing that one. Let me show you. Perfectly correct. You are correct. See here, both combinations available. It should be there. So in item model group, still I have not created item model group. We'll create that one. Inventory management. Inventory item model group. I'm going to create. We'll see. Okay. So here these two checkboxes also should be enabled. If I click new, I'm creating a FIFO. Suppose FIFO model. So this checkbox also required. This checkbox and this checkbox. So usually if you don't want, we will remove this one, but we will not touch this one. Usually we will keep this one always. So yes, you are correct. Oh, are you able to hear me? In between anything disturbed?
Yes, sir. Audible and visible.
Yeah,
Fine.
1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah, maybe 1 2 seconds. Okay. So this is at the time of product receipt. At the time of product receipt, what is going to be posted, what is going to be debited and created? Can you please tell me? At the time of product receipt, the temporary accounts.
So cost of purchase material received would be debit and purchase expense credit.
It is
Expenditure.
not purchase accrual. It is purchase accrual. It is purchase accrual account. Okay. So accrued purchases. So at the time of product receipt, I'm appreciating at least some people are responding. Material cost of material received account data to purchase accrual account credit. Purchase accrual account credit. And this is purchase expenditure uninvoiced. It is whenever it is needed, it will be posted. So even though it is not required, sometimes it is posting 0, sometimes it will be posted values at the time of like if it is any changes in the I mean to say like import purchases, at the time this will be posted and this will be posted. Fine. So this account, even though majority times it is 0, we need to map it. Even though it is majority times it is 0, you need to map it. So cost of material received account data to purchase accrual account credit. These accounts we need to map. It was mapped. Fine. So item group is created. Item group is created and mapped the ledger accounts related to purchase only, not sales. And item model group just now I have created. Item model group I have created just now. Okay, then after this item group and item model group, we need to create site and warehouse. It is mandatory, site and warehouse. So same inventory breakdown. Inventory breakdown, you need to create site and warehouse. Site and warehouse. So inventory management, inventory breakdown, sites, we need to create sites. We know like logistics people, they are very well known about this one. I am creating site. Okay, and then I am creating warehouse. While creating warehouse, site is mandatory. Okay, and remember, if you want advanced warehouse management, we need to enable this checkbox. Currently we are not discussing. I will give you high level inputs about advanced warehouse management later. Okay, site and warehouse, it was created. So now everything related to like item related setups, it is configured. Now we need to create item or release a product. So product information management, products, release products. I think it is heading is release products. Let me verify. So product information management, products, release products, release products. Click new. Suppose I'm creating chairs. Chair is my, I'm purchasing chairs and I'm selling chairs. So here it is mandatory. I'm creating product only, item and product only, product not product master, product only. If it is a product master, we need to have that color configuration size style. Okay, I'm selecting product, item group, item model group. So look at this one, unit is not coming by default. I need to select each. So rather than this one, I'm just cancelling. Now what I can do, one more, inventory management, set up inventory and warehouse management parameters, I can map default value here. Okay, this, let me write down this step. default unit in between 27 inventory and warehouse management parameters. Inventory and warehouse management parameters, general tab, default unit. If you map default unit, then it will be easy for you while creating a item, So I'm just saving, and I will get a warning message related to this fallback warehouse. Let me show you. I'm closing this one. I will get a message here. So here, if you are using intercompany, remember to specify a fallback warehouse to ensure that the system can identify a warehouse when create a sales order lines. A fallback warehouse can be set in the inventory management parameters per site in the fallback site. So what it means, whenever you are doing intercompany stock transfer, you will understand this meaning. So here in this fallback warehouse should be mapped. Okay? It is not mandatory, but it is a warning message. So I will explain you this one at the time of intercompany stock transfer. So please remember what is this meaning. I will explain you at the time of intercompany stock transfer. Logistics consultant, please note down the pending point as fallback warehouse. What is this fallback warehouse? I will discuss with you at the time of intercompany stock transfer. One of the important topic, intercompany stock transfer. Now if I map and if I close, it will not throw any warning message or something. Okay, fine. Now let me create an item master. So it is from released product. If I click new, look at this one, the unit, it will be defaulted automatically. No need to select here. If you want, you can modify. Okay, I'm creating child 1. I'm creating something. Item model group, we have created FIFO. Item group, we have created chairs. That is my business, purchasing and selling chairs, plastic chairs or something. Storage dimension group, I'm mapping site and warehouse. And tracking dimension group, I'm mapping none. Okay, so the price also based on your requirement, you can map it. Suppose purchase price is $50 and sales price is $80 and cost price, inventory price is $60, something I have entered. Automatically it will be captured these prices at the time of purchase. I'm clicking OK. So prices also not mandatory, that is based on your requirement, you can configure. Now we will create a purchase order. Just give me 1 minute, please. I will be back in 1 minute. So item is created now. Item is created. We'll create a purchase order. We'll create a purchase order. So next step is, so till now, if you verify ledger form, general ledger, ledger setup, ledger, if you verify, still if you click on edit, still system will allow you to change, because we have not posted any transaction, any single transaction we have not posted. That is the reason it is allowing to modify. Now I am creating a purchase order. So procurement and sourcing, purchase orders, all purchase orders. Click on new button. Select the vendor. Which we have created. Select site and warehouse. You can select warehouse, automatically site will be populated. Click OK. So while doing this one, it is type is purchase order. If you are not changed, it will be shown as journal. This is purchase type is purchase order. Purchase order. Now you can select item. I'm clicking on edit. The item chair we have created. Suppose we are purchasing for 100 quantity. So it is getting saved. So one quantity with 150. Now I am doing for multiple quantity 100 I am purchasing. Now I am doing confirmation. You can go to purchase tab. So the warning message not authorized. What I have to do? Look at this one. This is yellow bar. Vendor code is not authorized for chair 1. I have explained this one. I don't want this warning message. What we have to do?
We have to add this vendor approval in the item cart.
Yes. In the purchase tab, you need to upload vendors. You need to select and you need to click on the setup. You need to add the approved vendors. You need to add the approved vendor. Otherwise, if I don't want approval process, If I don't want approval process, you can add this vendor here. If you don't want this approval process, you can make it no check. In this, no check and can map. That is depending upon your business. If you map no check, system will not validate that vendor approvers. Otherwise, you need to map the vendor here. At approved vendor, you need to map. Okay, let me go back to this purchase order. Now I am closing this one. Now next onwards, it will not come this message, a warning message. Now I am doing receive tab. Click on receive tab. So generate area page. Sorry, it was not confirmed till now. Let me do a confirmation. Confirmation is mandatory. We know this process. So currently it is approved status. Now we need to do a confirmation. So even people are neglecting some time, like this company creation process, please do practice a number of times. Please do a number of times. So first time, yeah. Any question?
Yeah, Satya, so generally we do this configuration manually, or do we have a provision to do automate? We have some kind of Excel sheet there, we can put all the setup and upload it kind of thing.
Your voice is not clear. So can you repeat?
See, so generally we do this configuration setup manually, or do we have a provision to do automatic?
Manual only. Manual only. This process it should be manual only, because these are setups. These are setups. So if you want to copy from one company to another company, there may be some configuration copy setups, but this is one time you need to do manual only, because system don't know the sequential steps. See, as I told you, wherever it is important, we can import, suppose like storage dimension groups or track. This also manual entry is the simple one, except vendors, customers, and customers, vendors, and item master. Remaining all are, it is better to map manually. Otherwise, you can use data management framework. You can import only data management, but remaining all are you need to do one by one. There will not be
Okay,
data.
so we can make a group of Excel sheet over there. We can put all the setup and through data migration we can do.
Yes, yes. So each screen wise, suppose you want item groups. You have 100, suppose 20 item groups. We can enter the data in the Excel and we can import. But
Yes.
item group and item model group, we don't do usually. Majorly for customers and vendors, and then item master, and then chart of accounts. We will migrate. Remaining all are manually we will do it.
Okay.
Okay? Fine. Fine. So now it is confirmed. I'm doing product receipt. Receive tab. This is the actual role. Functional consultant role is, this is the actual role. So purchase order invoice, sales order invoice is not your task at all. Your task is setting up the company and providing training to the users. So this is important. Earlier, for understanding purpose, you have learned vendor invoice, vendor payment, customer invoice, customer payment, all those things. But the role, actual role, your role is this one only, whatever we are doing yesterday and today. So from Monday onwards, it will be separated. The batches will be separated. So product receipt, we have entered product receipt number. I'm clicking OK. So once it is posted, you can see this voucher, product receipt voucher. So cost of purchased material received account data to purchase accrual account credit, and purchase expenditure uninvoiced account 0. It is not posted. So if it is not posted, let me go here. We know like it is available in the, it will take some time to post. General ledger, collapse all, periodic tasks, subledger journal entries not yet transferred. It will be shown here. It will take some time to transfer from here to there. Okay, so we need to wait because the batch job I have stopped in services. In real-time scenario, this batch job will be running. Let me show you. In demo system, we have disabled this batch job. Look at this one. If it is enabled, little bit faster, batch like batch management service, and then data input. This is for export and import. This is for batch job. We have disabled. So this may take some time if it is disabled. I don't have time to wait for this one. I'm transferring now. Now if you go to this vendor transactions, it was gone now. If I verify vendor transactions, it will be shown here. So cost of material, cost of purchased material received account data to purchase accrual account credit, purchase expenditure uninvoiced, even though it is not posted, you need to map it. It is must. Now if you verify the ledger, if you refresh, because one transaction is posted, let me load this one. Ledger, I'm selecting once again. So let me click on edit. Now it was freezed because one transaction is posted, it was freezed. You cannot modify. Understood? You cannot modify. Got my point? Because one transaction is posted and you cannot modify these three fields. It will be freezed. If you are posting some transaction later on, you realized I want to change this one, then you need to close this company and you need to create new company freshly. We don't have alternative to change the currency. Okay, now if you verify trial balance, now whatever it was posted these transactions, whatever you have posted these transactions, it will be shown here. So 5,000 debit, 5,000 credit, total balance is 0. At any point of time, the trial balance is 0. 5,000 positive, 5,000 negative, total is 0. This is in euros, it is 3,650, 3,650 euros, it was 0. Now I am doing invoice. I am doing invoice. Click on invoice tab, generate area page, invoice button. So you need to enter vendor invoice number. Invoice date is not mandatory, but it is optional, but best practice. And it is not performed. You need to click on update match status. It will be passed. Now you can post. Before posting, you can verify the totals, whether it is perfectly or not, and you can post. Okay, now if you verify the journals voucher, if you verify the voucher, so it is not posting here. Even though if you refresh, it is not coming. So it will take some time because the services stopped. Otherwise, it will be posted little bit faster. So if you want, we will keep this one, but it will be slow down. The server system will be slow down. That is the reason I'm not enabling. So you need to available here in subledger journal entries, not a transfer. It will be shown here. You need to transfer now. Now you can see the voucher. Otherwise, we need to enable this checkbox. This one, this job. If you enable, it will be work properly, faster. Okay, now it was. So the temporary accounts, whatever it was posted, it will be reversed. Cost of material invoice, cost of purchase material received account, earlier it is debit, now it is credit. Now purchase accrual, earlier it is credit, now it was debit. Now the actual cost of material invoiced account data to vendor account credit, it was posted. Now if you verify the trial balance, what is the expected values? Can anyone tell me? If I run once again, so what will be this value, and what is this value? This will be
0.
it will become 0 because this will be posted credit and this will be posted debit. This will become 0. Two more accounts will be posted, 140,200 and 230,100, 200,100. Look at this one. Because these two are temporary accounts, it should be reversed at the time of invoice. So now look at this one. 140,100 becomes 0. And then purchase accrual, it is 0. Earlier it is credit, now it is debit. This one is earlier it is debit, now it is credit. It will become 0. This also becomes 0. Now invoice postings, it is cost of material invoiced account data to vendor account credit. That is the account. And cost of cost of purchase, cost of product receipt, this account is 0. Purchase expenditure for product, it is 0. That's what here it is coming. This is purchase expenditure for product. And second line, third line, and fifth line is the vendor invoice postings. Understood? Any confusion? Because these two first and fourth, earlier it is posted balances. Now at the time of invoice it should be reversed, 0. Understood? Any confusion here? Try to monitor. Okay. Now smoothly it was posted by doing this company creation process. So you are thinking like it is very dead easy, but it is very complex. I'm telling you, very complex, because this company creation process, I did it more than 500 times. I did it more than 500 times, because for every batch, for every implementation, for every training, whether it is in office, whether it is in anywhere, I'm doing this one, because I know the smoothly I did it without any errors. So, but for you, it is almost 3.5 hours. I have taken 3.5 hours. Yesterday 6 to 8. Today it is 6 to 7:30. 1.5 hour, like 2 hours total, 3.5 hours. But if you give me option, if I do alone, it will be finished in 20 minutes. 15 to 20 minutes, I can finish company creation process. So for you also, initially it may take 3 hours, 4 hours with mistakes, with errors, something, but you need to reach less than 30 minutes. Company creation process, you need to learn in such a way that less than 30 minutes. If I have given a system and you need to do it, finish it in 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes. Then only you are in the race to get a job in Dynamics F&O. Because I saw many people who learned from me. They are practicing, but they are not putting 100% efforts, and they want job. So if you want to get a job, company creation process, if you learn, you will get, your fear will be going out. It will be went. It will be go out, and you can easily speak with the opposite person. If you learn this company creation process, less than 30 minutes. Frankly, if I speak, if you finish it in 15 minutes, that will be great. Company creation process. You need to do at least 20, 15 to 20 times, 25 times, 30 times, your wish. You need to spend time now, particularly finance consultant, because always the demand is very, very huge in finance, the highest demand in finance. So this company creation process you need to practice. I'm requesting you, I'm commanding you or demanding you, because you have paid money for that. It should be fulfilled with your practice. Till now, if you neglect, no issues, but now onwards, you need to practice. And you need to do this one, and you need to verify. Okay, any questions to me? Any questions to me? So if you want to get a job, it is must you need to create a company doing all the setups. Now I will do sales order process. I will do sales order process. Before going to proceed, anyone has any doubts, any questions to me? So if nothing, then let me proceed. So I will create a sales order invoice. Sales order invoice. For sales order invoice, it will not be shown here. It will not be shown here. It will be posted immediately. There is no dependency. Only purchase order or free text invoice. Free text invoice transactions also it will be come here. It will store here. But whereas sales order invoice, it will be posted immediately, because it should be reflected in the customer master customer account immediately without any delay. Without any delay, it should be posted. So I'm going to this sales and marketing module now. Sales and marketing module, sales orders, all sales orders. So once again, like accounts receivable parameters, if you enable checkbox, temporary postings will be posted at the time of packing slip. Otherwise, it will not be. So let me map now temporary postings at the time of packing slip and invoice also. Inventory management, setup, inventory, item groups. We have mapped only purchase related setups. Now we need to map sales related setups. So click on edit. This is at the time of invoice. So it is at the time of invoice. I'm mapping 140,200. Cost of units invoiced. And this is cost of goods sold invoice, means it is cost of material. So 5 series I'm mapping. And revenue account, it is 4 series. These are at the time of invoice, and this is at the time of product receipt. At the time of product receipt, I am mapping 140,100 and 500, 200. This is at the time of product receipt, sorry, at the time of packing slip, and these three are at the time of invoice and customer account. Okay, we have mapped. Now in accounts receivable parameters, I am enabling temporary postings. setup, ER parameters, so updates tab, post packing slip in ledger, not this one, post packing slip in ledger we have enabled. Now let me do a sales order quickly. So whenever you are practicing, it will not be smoothly like the way I did it. Definitely, because you are a learner, you do mistakes. Doing mistake is not your problem. You need to practice and you need to come out from the problem. Means you need to practice n number of times. Select the customer account. Select site and warehouse. Automatically it is coming. The type is order, sales order. Order type, sales order. Because we have configured, we have set up, we did it set up this one. Okay, click OK. So this company creation process, your job is company creation process. If company creation process is automated, then you will not be required in the process. Your task is item, like this company creation process is primary role for implementation consultant. So I'm selecting choice. Okay, tier 1 I have created. That is the reason it is not identified. We have created that item number. Item number is tier 1. Suppose 2 chairs I'm selling. I'm clicking on save. So Monday onwards it will be separated, 2 batches, finance, T&L. There is no combined session, it will be separated. Okay. Now let me do a pick and pack tab and click on post packing slip. So here it is showing escalation mark and line details are not showing. That means it is error. We need to select all. Instead of picked quantity, we need to select all. Because I have not done picking list registration. If I do picking list registration, we can use the function picked. But I have not selected that picking list registration. I'm doing packing slip directly. Then if you select all, this escalation mark is gone and the line details are populated. Yeah, click OK. So it will warn you always, because if it is a sales process, you need to take a printout. Without printout, you are going to proceed. No issues for me. But in real time scenario, there should be a printer connection. We need to take a printout. Now if you verify journals, packing slip, voucher, the temporary postings will be posted, the temporary accounts will be posted, packing slip, voucher if you verify. Now inventory account credited. Now look at this one, temporary inventory account, purchase product like cost of material, temporary account, it will be credited. This is credit amount, cost of units delivered. Now if you verify the trial balance, see here this one 140,100, it will be posted with negative because it was dispatched material but not from the actual temporary, it is a temporary account, cost of units delivered. Now let me refresh. If I am clicking on parameters, if you click on calculate balances, this 140,100 will be posted with minus 100, minus whatever it is the amount. What is the amount? It is 100. See, this is minus 100 and this is a temporary account. These two accounts will be reversed at the time of invoice. Now I am doing invoice. So invoice tab, generate area page, invoice button, click OK. And once again the warning message will come because you are not taking a printout. Printout is mandatory. You need to click on printout. Now it will be posted six accounts. Two accounts, whatever it was posted will be reversed. Whatever it will be reversed. And remaining four accounts, what we know, like customer account data to revenue account credit, customer account data to revenue account credit, and cost of goods account data to inventory issue account credit. Those will be posted, and product receipt packing slip, at the time of packing slip, whatever it is there, it will be reversed. See, delivered accounts, debit will reverse, debit and credit will be reversed. Now if you verify trial balance, this minus 100 will become 0 and this becomes 0, and 500, 100 it will be posted with 100, and this inventory value it will be decreased from 5,000 to 4,900. Okay, one more account, revenue account, will be posted. Look at this one. I am calculating balance. So it was became 0. Okay, this 140,100 become 0, but customer balance is updated with 160 and revenue account is 160. Revenue account is 160. Now inventory value is decreasing 5,000 to 4,900 because we have now 100 rupees material, it was dispatched to the customer, and cost of goods, it is material, it is 100. So 160 revenue, customer account data to revenue account credit. Any doubt in this? Any questions to me here? Any questions? Any doubts? So this company creation process, I told you, like you need to do it n number of times. So it is so simple whenever you are looking at my system, but whenever you are practicing, it is very complex. Both statements are not correct. If you practice, make sure like you also did it very smoothly without any errors. Yeah, any questions? Yeah, Likit.
Satya, one question here.
Yeah.
The steps whatever you have shown in this notepad from point 1 till 28, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think earlier even Abhishek was also asking about this. Customers and vendors list only, where we see the DMF functioning will be applicable here, right? The rest of the things will be all the manual setups.
Mm-hmm.
Item
Right?
master also.
Customer, vendors,
Customer.
item, and chart of accounts. 4 masters.
So yeah,
Mm.
and if the data volume of the data is very huge in terms of vendor and customer, so DMF can handle that. It's not a problem then, right? While importing
Even
that.
10,000 also it will be handled. For item master, it may be sometimes 50,000 items may be there. 40,
Okay.
50,000. If it is a manufacturing company, it may be 40,000, 50,000 items. It should be handled. Yes, it is there. It will be handled. No issues on that one.
Okay. While creating the setups, I mean, yesterday you were discussing about this localization. So, are there any challenges which you have faced while creating that localizations in company setup actually, or nothing like that?
No, you see, in the localization, it is not complex. Only
Okay.
taxation, majorly taxation. So for any company, for any country, these setups are same. There is no change. But
Mm.
only taxation related and some additional small things. Majorly localization means 80%, 90% is taxation. So that is you need to map separately. You cannot map the regular way, whatever it is there. It is separate function. So for that, Microsoft releases white paper, or in the docs.microsoft.com, it will be there. So wherever you are implementing, you need to get that one and you need to learn yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in real time, I know, I mean, you have done many times, but usually, what is the process? I mean, you also follow the same way in the
Yes.
organization when you're working with the customer,
Sure.
and
Yes.
how long it takes for as a team, because you have a team in the organization. So, uh, how long it takes for you to do this actually? I mean,
This is
the time.
implementation. You are talking about. You are talking
Yes.
about in implementation client place. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So we cannot predict that one. There are several things. One is, as I told you, documentation is the first one. Like in the
Yeah.
implementation, we need to prepare documentation. You need to provide training. You need to this one. So usually it will be 6 months to 1 year, on an average,
Mm.
with a minimum standard setups. It may take 6 months to 1 year. The
Yeah.
implementation
Because
procedure.
to arrive these steps from the 1 to 28, before that the groundwork has to be done, right? The documentation, everything.
Exactly.
That's what you're saying.
Exactly. groundwork,
Then only,
and not only groundwork, you need to collect the data. Am I right? One by one, you need to collect one by one data. So here chart of accounts, and not only see simply you have created chart of accounts. I have set up the, like, one is whenever you are collecting, you need to collect the data related to item group, item model group. Okay, that is also submasters. So major masters are customer, vendor, item, and chart of accounts. Along with that one, you need to collect the information from the customer, like storage dimension group, what are the storage dimension groups, what combinations they want, and what are the item groups you need to map, what are the item model groups. Everything is a very challenge. You need to collect the information from the customer only. You cannot do a trial and error in the live environments or production or whenever you are doing client place. Everything you need to discuss with the client and you need to collect it. Whereas here, for practicing purpose, whatever you want, you can create, you can do it. If you are not clear about like with the trial data, you cannot face like live environment.
Yeah,
Okay,
got it. Thank you.
you're welcome. Anything else, anyone, please?
Satya, one more thing.
Yes.
So normally we do migrate the charter account which we have received from the customer. We do some small modification in the charter account because for every ERP we have some offset account, right, which they don't have in their system. So sometimes they are maintaining their label like one grouping. So here we have some group like label kind of asset, then current asset, then fixed asset, and there downline you have some label. So from sometime client they are maintaining only two label or one label or three label, right? So we are suggesting them or what the same they have provided to us. So we are uploading the same.
No. Usually we need to study the chart of accounts. We need to suggest the best options. Always,
Okay.
that is also a big exercise. Sometimes it may take 15 to 1 month, 15 days to 30 days it will take, because customer, while creating chart of accounts, other ledger accounts or main accounts, they have not done properly. Then, so non-commerce background people, they cannot do it, that handling of that one. So it is better to handle by take senior people to help on chart of accounts, whatever rearranging the ledger accounts. So let me explain you the everyone. So his Abhishek is question is, customer has given the ledger accounts blindly, can we import into the system or not? That's what his question. So we should not rearranging the numbers. So this chart of accounts, whatever customer has given, sometimes it is not in a structured manner. So you need to propose or you need to do it. So in this, at that time, if you are a non-commerce background person, take help from senior consultants to organize this ledger accounts in a proper manner. So let me show you. Of course, this is a big exercise for you also, everyone. So here in the system, it is a structured manner. Look at this one. It is first bank accounts, then petty cash. These all our bank accounts are in one set. Next, it is deposits. After this, it is total cash and cash equivalent. This is total cash. Next is some other one, bonds, total securities. So this is, if it is not configured by the client in a structured manner, you need to discuss with them and you need to suggest the structure. Okay, first 1 series is cash equivalents, 1-2 series is securities, 1-3 series is customers, current accounts. Definitely this is one of the biggest exercise. So in this case, if you are a non-commerce background person, try to take help from your seniors. Once you learned one by one or two projects, if you work, then you can understand these things one by one. accounts receivable. Accounts receivable. Next, like this, it is some other assets. So a grouping of similar kind of accounts. See, all intercompany accounts I have made 133. This is 132. This is 133. Next 140. This is raw materials. For material, it was 14 series. For work in progress, it is 15 series and 16 series. This is 15 series is related to material. 16 series is related to labor cost. 16 series. Next, 17 series is fixed assets related. 18 series is also fixed assets. This is non-tangible, this is intangible, and this is tangible. So this is grouping is should be done properly, but you cannot take the decision. Decision is from client side only, but you are going to propose the best practice. You are going to propose the best practice. Of course, finance consultant, one of the biggest challenge is this one. This is if you are a non-commerce background person, you are not very well about trial balance, you can take help from your seniors or sometimes even juniors also. Because I will tell you, in the initial stage, whenever I have 2 to 3 years experience, 4 years experience, I am also not strong in this chart of accounts classification. So my junior is chartered accountant. He is a chartered accountant. I'm product expert, but not a like chart of accounts classification expert. I'm not. So my junior is CA, chartered accountant guy. He joined in the company. I have assigned this information to my junior. He did it and he has given. So I don't have any egos problems here. So I have given do it in the classification. He did it excellent because he is a chartered accountant. He knows the classification of these accounts properly. He did it and he has given back to me, and I have discussed with the client. So I know, but I'm not too much expert like the chartered accountant at that time, long back, 8 years back. So I have taken help from some other person. Clear, Abhishek?
Satya, one question from this related to COA, which we are talking about. So I remember like the best practices you told that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 series, right? So
But
where we recommend the customer, this is what the Microsoft suggests. These are the best practices in the series which you can follow, right?
yeah.
So the example, like you are sharing your experience where you have taken the help from the junior consultant. So will again we have to go back to the customer and tell this is where your existing ledger accounts and all this, and this is where now we have mapped into the Microsoft product. So we have to also educate them, right? So how we have mapped it here?
So we are not going to import directly. First, once you collected this one, you need to share. I have rearranged this one. Is it fine or not? Because
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
2 series, 3 series is high level, but within one series, 1 2 is different, 1 3 is different, 1 4 is different, 1 6 is different, 1 7 is different, 1 8 is different. This is subgrouping. So this subgrouping in the Excel file format, not in a system. In Excel format, you are going to collect the information and you are sharing once again back to customer, and you are explaining this is the grouping I did it. Is it fine for you or not?
Okay. That's what we have to get sign off from them before we get
Exactly.
imported in
You need to exchange between you and the customer, and in the email, if you are taken back, that is enough.
approval. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Because this is a challenging part I see here. Yeah, what
Yeah,
you are saying is.
exactly. So only this point is not possible for you non-commerce background person. If you are
Yeah.
working for 2 3 projects, you will understand easily, no issues.
Thanks, Satya. Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else, anyone? So if nothing, so from Monday onwards, it will be separated, both batches, finance and T&L separate batches. Okay. 6 to 7 is continuation, T&L, and 7 to 8 finance. In 6 to 7, what I will do, I will create journal names, inventory journals. I will create a journal names, how to create inventory journals, and I will show you. For finance, I will show you financial journals. Financial journals means a vendor payment journal, vendor payment, customer payment journal, and check reversal journal, and the deposit slip cancellation. Those journals I will explain you for finance team. For inventory, for logistics team, inventory journals like movement journal, transfer journal, all these things we have learned earlier, but a new journal name how to create, and those things I will show you from Monday onwards, and it will be separated and a continuation course. Okay. Yeah. Anything else? Anything?
Yeah, Satya. Can you please provide these notepads?
Sure, definitely. Now
Uh,
itself, maybe around 9:30, I will share with you. So I have some other work. So at around 9:30, I will share with you, all of you. This both batches, all T and L are separately separate. All these files I will share with you. Give
okay.
me a second.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. So let me make this one. Give me a second. Let me copy this into finance because I made it in T and L only. I need to copy into finance. I think this is not required. Yeah, this is not required. This is different. So I copied all those things. Give me a minute. One is not copied. This one. Okay, it is copied already. Fine. I'll share with you by within 1 hour or 1.5 hours. Before 10 o'clock, I will try to share with you all this folder for T&L, all this folder for finance. So whenever I'm sharing, this is zip files. I'm sharing with you zip files. So you need to download and you need to extract. Okay, fine. Anything else?
Satya, yesterday session was not uploaded in the learning portal.
So that actually institute, if you ping in the WhatsApp group, they will respond. Institute respond. Otherwise, I will ask them to upload. Okay.
Oh, I'll check.
Yesterday and today, anyone can request in the group. I will ask them to upload immediately because this is most important for everyone. I will inform to institute. Please ping in the WhatsApp group. I will respond on top of that. Anyone, can you please request? Okay. Fine. I'm stopping here for today. We'll connect once again on Monday morning, as usual, 6 a.m. for T&L and 7 a.m. for finance. See you all. Bye.